Okay, so actually Bitcoin is a protocol. Some people call it a magic internet money or e-cash, and it's also a global payment system. So it's the best of both worlds. It's a digital cash where you can send instantly, because nowadays, people like digital stuff, digital books, digital walls and all that. Everything is digital. People don't like to wait nowadays. So imagine, you go for lunch and you need to split the bill with 10 friends. So some people will say, oh, I have 100 ringgit. How am I going to split it? So imagine you have Bitcoins in your phone. It's very easy to just scan a QR code and then you pay back your friend. So that's for the internet money part. And you talk about global payment systems. Currently, if you use Bitcoin to send money to your friend, let's say in South America, it's pretty easy. You just go online through a website, just send some Bitcoins, and then it will be confirmed like instantly about 1 or 2 minutes later. Compared to, let's say you go to Maybank, you do a TT, that will take about 24 hours or 48 hours. And Bitcoin was created by a group of people or someone named Satoshi Nakamoto. Some people say he's British, some people say he's Japanese, we are not sure. So some people say he's alien. So there you see the comic. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, so here are the terms that techies will like, but normal people will be put off, because you have words like decentralized, peer-to-peer. What does that mean? Decentralized means it's different from, let's say, PayPal or Western Union. So all these Bitcoin servers are all around the world. We call them Bitcoin nodes. So everyone can install a Bitcoin node. Even I can just install it on my 1,000 ringgit laptop, Dell or HP or whatever, and it will be a Bitcoin node. And the use of the Bitcoin node is basically to confirm the transaction, to make sure that there's no fake transactions running in the system. So there's no central server, not like PayPal. I mean, example, if you have a central server, if you are a techie guy, you know that if you have central servers, you will get DOS attacks, or you will go offline and you will lose business, just like that. So this is a really secure system created back in 2009. And example next is, if you go to the website called getaddr.bitnodes.io, you will be able to see all the nodes around the world, which is, I think currently about 100,000 nodes around the world. And let's talk about Bitcoin and the supply of Bitcoin. It can theoretically reach a supply of 21 million Bitcoins. So if you compare to, let's say, US dollar or traditional currencies, for certain countries like US, they are not pegged by gold. They came out from the system last time in the 70s, so they can print as much money as they want. But if you talk about Bitcoin, there's a limited supply of about 21 million. So think of it as gold. Gold is limited also. So the amount of Bitcoins is limited, therefore the value for each Bitcoin will eventually go higher and higher on a yearly basis. Okay, next slide. So the great thing about Bitcoin is that it's a microcurrency. You can divide into 8 decimals. So 1 Bitcoin is at the top, you can see under the units, and then below that you can divide, and then you can add 2 more zeros after the dot. You call that a milli Bitcoin. And then let's say you divide that and then you add 5 more zeros, it becomes a micro Bitcoin. And the smallest unit of Bitcoin is called a Satoshi, which is, I don't know why somebody call it Satoshi, but it sounds cool, I guess. So imagine, let's say one Bitcoin is worth, example, theoretically, let's say it's worth $1 million US dollar for 1 Bitcoin next time. So imagine you have some on your phone. How are you going to send it to your friend? You're not going to send 1 million. So you can divide it. So let's say I went to the mamak. I want to pay my friend 1 ringgit for the nasi lemak. So I just send him maybe 0.00001 Bitcoin. So if the price is 1 million for 1 Bitcoin, but currently the price is about 400 ringgit. So your software or the application can do a special calculation and you will just send 1 ringgit, Yeah. And the good thing about Bitcoin is the network fees, the transaction fees. So if you use Western Union or MoneyGram or Maybank to do a TT, the charges could be quite high. It could be 10 ringgit or 20 ringgit or even 1%. I have a friend in Canada. He does lumber business, timber. So he sells to different people around the world, and sometimes the bank will charge crazy fees like 1%. So let's say he's supposed to get 1 million US in his account, so the bank will charge 1%. So that's like 10,000 US just for one transaction, selling a train load or a ton of lumber. So it's pretty crazy. So that's the traditional payment system nowadays, and it's borderless and it's much faster because it confirms in like 10 minutes. Okay, next slide. Okay, well, speculators will love this.
At my website, you'll find online financial seminars, which is I call webinars. I do it regularly, and also a lot of online investment and financial courses, which is conducted solely online. So I'll be waiting for you at my website at KCLau.com. I wish you have a great day. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.